Hello, my friend. Today we begin a powerful English learning journey. A journey about a boy who once felt invisible, a young man who searched for his identity, and a leader who would one day inspire millions. This is not just the story of a president. This is the story of a human being who turned his questions, his doubts, and his challenges into courage, purpose, and hope. Let us step into his world. Let us learn English through a story filled with emotion, struggle, and transformation. Barack Obama was born on a warm August day in 1961 in Honolulu, Hawaii. His mother, Ann Dunham, was a gentle woman from Kansas, full of curiosity and compassion. His father, Barack Obama Sr., came from Kenya, determined, intelligent, and ambitious. Barack grew up between two cultures, two worlds, and two identities. As a child, he often looked in the mirror and wondered, where do I truly belong? That question followed him for many years. He spent part of his childhood in Indonesia with his mother and stepfather. Life there was very different. Busy streets, new foods, unfamiliar languages, and a sense of constant movement. Yet even in the middle of change, Barack learned something important. He learned to observe people, to listen to their stories, to understand their struggles. These early experiences shaped his heart. They taught him empathy. When he returned to Hawaii for school, Barack felt something new: loneliness. He was one of the only black students in his class. People sometimes stared at him. Some whispered. Some asked questions that made him uncomfortable. But deep inside, Barack carried a quiet fire, a silent desire to understand himself and the world around him. He read books, many books. Books about history, justice, philosophy, and identity. Each book opened a new window into humanity. Each story guided him closer to his own. As a young man, Barack moved to Los Angeles to attend Occidental College. But he was restless, unsure. His heart told him that something bigger was calling, something meaningful, something that required courage. So he transferred to Columbia University in New York City. The streets of New York were loud, energetic, and full of struggle. Barack walked those streets every day, watching people push through life with strength and determination. He began to ask himself, how can I help? What can I do for people like them? After graduating, Barack moved to Chicago, and Chicago changed him forever. He became a community organizer. It was not a glamorous job. It was not a high-paying job. But it was a job that mattered. He worked with families who had lost their jobs, parents who feared for their children's future, workers who felt abandoned by the world. Barack listened to their voices. He sat with them. He walked with them. And slowly, he began to understand something powerful. Leadership is not about being above people. Leadership is about standing with people. Every day, Barack learned new lessons about pain and resilience. He saw the strength of ordinary people. He saw mothers fight for better schools. He saw workers demand safer neighborhoods. He saw communities rebuild hope with their own hands. And through all of this, Barack discovered his purpose. His heart whispered, "This is why you are here." But Barack also understood he needed more knowledge, more tools, more preparation. His dream of making meaningful change grew stronger. So he made a decision that would shape his future. He applied to Harvard Law School, and he was accepted. At Harvard, Barack stood out. Not because he was loud, not because he demanded attention, but because he listened deeply. He thought carefully. He spoke honestly. And soon, he became the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review, a moment that made national news, a moment that showed the world a new kind of leader. When he completed law school, Barack returned to Chicago. He could have chosen a high-income job at a big firm, but he chose service. He worked as a civil rights lawyer, he taught law, he helped communities, he stayed connected to the people who inspired him in the first place. During this time, something beautiful happened. He met Michelle Robinson. Michelle was strong, brilliant, confident, and grounded. She believed in fairness, she believed in hard work, and she believed in Barack. Their connection grew into love, a love that would become one of the strongest partnerships in modern political history. But Barack's heart continued to pull him forward. He felt the need to serve on a bigger scale. So he entered politics. At first, the path was difficult. He lost elections. He faced criticism. He questioned himself. But each time he fell, Barack stood up again. His determination did not break. His vision did not fade. In 2004, Barack Obama was invited to speak at the Democratic National Convention. That speech changed everything. He spoke with emotion, clarity, and hope. He spoke of unity. He spoke of the possibility of a better America. He said, with calm strength, "We are not red states or blue states. We are the United States." His words touched millions of hearts. People saw something special in him, a leader who could connect, inspire, and heal. 4 years later, Barack Obama ran for President of the United States. Many said it was impossible. Many said the country wasn't ready. Many said the challenge was too big. But Barack believed in something simple and powerful: hope, and millions of people believed with him. The campaign was long and exhausting. Barack traveled across the nation, meeting people of every background. He listened to their fears. He listened to their dreams. And he spoke to them with honesty and humility. He promised effort. He promised empathy. He promised change. On a historic night in November 2008, Barack Hussein Obama made history. He became the first African-American president of the United States. The world watched as he stood on stage, tears shining in the eyes of old and young, black and white, American and non-American. His message was clear, emotional, unforgettable. Yes, we can. As president, Barack faced enormous challenges: a financial crisis, wars in distant countries, political tension, social division. But even in difficult times, he tried to stay calm. He tried to listen. He tried to lead with reason and compassion. He made decisions that shaped the future, decisions about education, healthcare, equality, and international relationships. Some people agreed with him, some did not. But one thing was clear: Barack Obama always tried to choose unity over division, hope over fear, and dialogue over anger. Throughout his presidency, Michelle Obama stood by his side. She worked for children's health, girls' education, and stronger families. Together, they became symbols of possibility, proof that greatness can rise from humble beginnings. Barack's leadership was not perfect. No leadership is. But he changed something deeper than policies. He changed the way millions of people saw themselves. He showed young people that identity can be complex and beautiful. He showed immigrants, minorities, and dreamers that their voices mattered. He showed the world that hope is not weakness. Hope is power. After 2 terms as president, Barack left the White House peacefully, something rare in world politics. He walked out not as a celebrity, not as a symbol, but as a man who had given everything he could. Today, Barack Obama continues to write, teach, and speak. He encourages young leaders to rise. He supports communities. He inspires ordinary people to believe that their stories matter, that their dreams matter, that they too can create change in the world. Barack Obama's life is not the story of a perfect man. It is the story of a young boy searching for identity, a young man searching for purpose, and a leader who found the courage to turn his questions into actions. His journey teaches us something important. Greatness is not born in comfort. Greatness is born in struggle, reflection, and compassion. And that, my friend, is why Barack Obama became a leader who changed America.